Hello everybody, this is Cam Christo. Welcome to part 1 of our Kerbal Space Program campaign that we're going to be playing on Twitch. Let's do this thing. Man, I thought this game was forgotten by everyone except Scott Manley. Well, I played some Eve lately, which made me want to play Kerbal. So, here we go. So, Kerbal Space Program, in case you don't know, is a game in which you build, launch and fly rocket ships and satellites and space stations, and it's awesome, and I'm probably going to be truly awful at it. Okay, what should we call ourselves? Chat, I'm counting on you. The Christo's rocket crew, something like that. I don't know. We're gonna go on career mode, which means that you have limited funds and you have to kind of earn science by doing different investigations in different locations and that kind of thing. So career mode, it's like this. Career mode is basically the kind of standard one, I think. This is like the campaign mode kind of thing. What should we call our thing? Well, people in chat give me a couple of ideas. I'm just going to post in Discord that I am live. Cool. Does the game vanish for you guys when I tab out? Let me just check this. No, it doesn't. Excellent, excellent. United Airlines, 100% not gonna do that. I think this could be Christo's crazy. Yeah, it's crazy. I'm supposed to do a space with a C. Christo's crazy. Collision. I don't know. I don't know. Christo's cosmonauts. Yes, there we go. But there's no way in hell I can spell cosmonauts, so let me get up on the screen. Cosmonauts. Christo's cosmonauts. Perfect. Awesome. Sounds good. Start. I left the difficulty settings on normal. I hope that doesn't ruin it somehow. Oh, and now it crashes. No. Oh, good lord, that's loud. Let me turn that down on my end because I don't think it's too loud on your end. Let me know if those birds are the loudest thing in the history of time on your end. If you need any more information, no, that's fine. Okay, so here we are with our. This is our. What would you call it? Like mission control and all that stuff. Active chat today. Can't even hear them. Why are you asking about what Christo should play tonight but completely ignore it? Oh, because the PDX thing was clearly a joke, Sanger. So we're going to play... yeah, Kerbal Space Program. So what you do, basically, you can upgrade these... Oh, God, I didn't mean to go in. Whoops. Okay, I don't mean to do that yet. So, basically, these are all the different parts of our spacefaring expedition here, and we can upgrade various parts of them. So so if you right click, there you go. So you can upgrade it to increase the max size of your ships. That's pretty cool. And the max weight on your rockets and stuff. You can upgrade the tracking station. Don't know what that does. Patched conics available in the map. What the heck does that mean? Hello, Chaffee. How you doing? LK says can't even hear them. Can you hear me? What do you mean by them? You're saying the opinion of your players are a joke? Yeah, I mean, yes. But also, I was asking actually between those two plus a joke answer. I have not blown up yet, Cody. We haven't even launched yet. So basically, the basic gameplay loop in Kerbal, in the career mode, is you go to the administration building. No, you don't. That's the wrong one. You go to the mission control, and you pick missions, right? And then you try, and so for example, for this one, Garrus scientific data from Kerbin. Recover or transmit any scientific experiment data from Kerbin to achieve this goal. So basically, we have to, get some science from Kerbin, and then we can hand this in this contract, and we get some money. You get an advance, and you get some prestige. Prestige is this meter here, which is hard to read, and it's a very silly UI decision. But there you go. Prestige affects the, I think basically the difficulty of the missions that you get. Like if you have higher prestige, you get higher rewards on your missions and stuff like that. Kaiser Wilhelm says, hello, how you doing? I'm doing pretty well, thank you. You press Alt F4 and start EU. That's how you play Kerbal. Well, Zanga, you know, for each your own. To each their own. Is this game demanding to run? I think it is when you start building really big ships. And I have it on all maxed out, like, physics object settings and stuff, but it's not that bad. Tracking station allows you to predict the trajectories of your ships. I thought you could do that from the get-go, but I could well be wrong. You love making battleships in Hoi. 6 battleships just sunk 20 destroyers. Yeah, that's fun. Alright, let's escape the atmosphere. That might be a bit fast. So I have played this game before. Like, I've landed on the moon. I've orbited the moon. I've orbited all kinds of stuff. But it's been a couple of months. So we're going to start at the beginning. We're going to work our way up. And I'm going to see how I can do here. So basically what you can do is we can only take 2 contracts at the time right now. So we're going to try and complete both these contracts at once. We're going to launch our first vessel, launch it off the launch pad. That seems pretty easy. And we're going to gather some scientific data. So we'll accept these 2. And we get some advance cash on those. And now we're going to need to build a ship that satisfies those 2 missions. So these are all the different components we can put on our ship. As you can see, there are not very many yet. But there will be loads. So start out with a command pod. Fantastic. There it is. So this is where our Kerbals, our astronauts, are going to be. What's this game about? You run a space program, basically. Basically, you did all this and now show off like an expert. The day I am an expert at this game is not imminent. So all we have to do is gather some data, take off, and then hopefully land again without killing our guy in here. Hello, Kaiserek. How you doing? So yeah, basically what this game is about is you run a space program, and you have to achieve more and more interesting scientific feats and things. Okay, so Mystery Goo Containment Unit is a science thing. You can observe the mystery goo in various different environments, and you get science. And then once you get science, I'll just show you this here. Don't save. The day we get Kushner, this is the day we go to Mars and back in a day. Yeah. So you get the science, and then you spend it on this great big freaking tech tree, basically. So for example, to get basic rocketry takes 5 science, and that unlocks a new engine, a booster, and a smaller fuel tank. This one gives you a thermometer, a communotron, stack decoupler, and another communotron. Sounds good. All right, so let's build a rocket. Krista, you sound okay after all that time. I thought you had a what is that word? Hypotharynx. Do you mean like a larynx? I don't know. Hypotharynx tumor. No, my throat does still hurt very slightly, unfortunately, when I talk, but I'm going to push through it, at least for a bit. So, in order to get our thing back down to Earth after we launch it, we're going to whack a parachute on there. And down here in the bottom left, you can see this is how much it's going to cost us to build this. It's obviously, you know, how much are we getting from these missions? I don't think I can see that easily on the screen. But obviously, you don't want to spend more than you're actually getting. Like, your profit is only the difference between it. If Krista doesn't establish a station above Elu this episode, he's officially terrible at this game. My lord, my throat better hold out a while. So do we have fuel tanks? Like, we don't appear to we haven't invented any fuel tanks yet. So all we can use is a solids fuel booster. Do we have any stack decouplers? We actually have no decouplers. All right. So this is going to be a pretty primitive rocket. We're going to put a bunch of science on it. I don't know if this rocket is going to survive. Like, this might blow up. But let's give it a go. So with bilateral symmetry, we're going to put 3 of these goo containers. And looking good. All right, we'll save this. What should we call it? This is basic as basic gets. Awesome. Get the goo. I remember back in the day when Kerbal Space Program was still in 32-bit and you had to micromanage all your realism mods to prevent them crashing. Alright, let's launch this puppy. So now, what you do, the way you fly ships, and it will get a lot more complicated as we go, but the way you basically fly ships is, and I do have a number of mods, the way you fly ships is with stagings, right? So, at the moment, if I press space, we're going to simultaneously activate our only engine and our parachute. It's not a good idea, so we'll add in a stage. We'll activate the booster, and then when I press stage the second time, we'll activate the parachute. Okay. Okay, but first off, while we're still on the ground, we'll take a crew report. How you doing? You record the assessment of the crew situation on the launch pad. We'll keep that experiment. a mystery goo observation on the launch pad. So we'll keep that experiment. And you can't reuse these without like transporting it or something. Okay, so SAS. I don't know if you can use SAS, Jeremiah, because you've got level 1. Oh no, he can use SAS. This is stability assist. He tries to basically keep the ship pointing the way you pointed it. And now we just hit space and it'll fire off this booster. Because it's a booster rather than an engine. EVA report. Good point. Jeremiah, get out of the vehicle. So you can get out and then you can do an EVA report, which gives a little bit of science too. In some places this will give like 50 science. It's crazy. Now get that straight back in again before he falls off. Okay. You ready? Oh, hang on. My oh no, good. The C is still just there. All right, ready? T minus 3, 2, 1. Lift off. Hell yeah. All right, mystery goo observation. Do it again. Cool. And now I should have angled it earlier, but I think we might die if we don't land in the sea. Because I'm not sure about the power of the parachute we got deployed. I don't think there's any reason not to just pop the parachute now. Oh, I should have popped it once we actually started descending, but that's alright. I could do a sneaky disembark? No. I'm an idiot, I apologise. All I was saying was the parachute hopefully will be enough to slow us down, but we are going pretty fast, so Jeremiah may die. Sorry, Jebediah, not Jeremiah. And I'm going to tell you this right now, like, I am going to save Scum. If we lose, like, a really good pilot or whatever, I'm probably going to save Scum. This is a G-force meter. I never realised that was a G-force meter. That's cool. If that gets too high, does he actually pass out? He'll never learn. That's right. It's Alt V that's my mute. Yeah, it's Alt B. Alt N is my toggleable mute. Okay. Alright, cool. So this is another thing you can do. You can... I can't get out. Can't disembark while off Kerbin surface. Astronaut complex upgrade required. So he needs to be taught how to get out when he's not on Kerbal surface. That makes sense. You can also speed up time. So to make this go down faster. But yeah. Okay. 2,500 was way too high. Let's go with 1,000 altitude for full deploying the parachute. Alright, so Jeremiah, how you feeling? We did pretty well, you know. We took some scientific readings on the ground. We checked out how he felt. He went straight back up, back down again. All pretty safe. Found this cool mod where you can control all your ships via a website. So you can look in IVA with a VR headset where your friend controls the ship over the internet on his phone like a NASA mission controller. That's pretty sick. That does sound cool. The mods that I'm running right now is MechJeb, which is a controversial mod because it lets you automate a whole bunch of things. Just EVA, it's the fastest way down. I'm clicking the button. MechJeb is controversial because it automates a bunch of things, but I don't use the automation that's built in. All I use is the... please don't blow up. Yeah! We did it. We have landing. I don't use any of the automation in MechJeb. I just use the info. So, for example, like time to apoapsis, what the current apoapsis and periapsis is, and that kind of stuff. MechJeb, angry MechJeb heart. That's perfect. All right, so now we could EVA. What's his situation? Lambda Kerbit shores. Ah, technically shores are a bit different. Sorry, I've still got Facebook open. Let me just close that. Hang on. There we go. You use all the automation. SpaceX can use automation, land the rockets, and so can I. I know, but like I'm not sure because like you could use automation to just do everything, and then it feels a bit pointless. But of course, you know, to each their own. All right, get back in and let's recover this vessel, and then we'll get the after action report. And I'm gonna get a freaking throat sweet less than 10 minutes into the stream. Oh no, sorry, we've been going 16 minutes, less than 20 minutes into the stream. But I've got like 4 packs of throat sweets sitting here, so I'm gonna be pounding these back like nobody's business. They don't actually contain any paracetamol or anything, so don't worry about me killing myself. Okay, so this is the most valuable part, usually, of the end of a mission. You get, you need to perform each experiment at each biome of the planet to get max science. You need to get it not just in each biome, but like landed at each biome and over each biome and high over each biome, right? Hell, the launch pad, cruel way, flagpole. Oh yeah, it's true. You can plant a flagpole just on the launch pad, which is quite funny. Okay, so you get loads of science, which is really valuable. So we earned 21.3 science. Somehow we have 32 total. We must have started with some. Cool. So we recovered all this science, and if you repeat a science, an experiment, they get less valuable over time. We also recovered a bunch of the parts, so we actually saved 3,000 from that. We got loads of funding. Jebediah has gained 1 XP. You gain XP via a convoluted mechanic I don't really understand. I know you could probably explain it to me, chat, but I won't understand it even if you do, because I have read the wiki and I still don't really understand it. Basically, do new stuff and you kind of get it more. Flagpole at your base is a biome by itself. What? As in you can plant a flagpole and then redo the mystery goo and stuff. That makes absolutely no sense. Okay, so we just made a Christ ton of money. Why is that? Okay, so in the archives, you can see we did complete these, so we got some money off that. And I think it's because if we go in here... here? No. Here. Okay. We completed scientific data. We gathered... yes, good. Launched our first vessel. And, okay, so these are the milestones. Is there a milestones page that I can open, anyone? He should climb the flag. You forget what Mars is called. Yeah, I can't remember. So these are, like, we've made a bunch of milestones, which gives us money, science, reputation, that kind of stuff. An EVA test, broken the speed record, broken a speed record, broken an altitude record, broken a speed record, broken an altitude record, broken an altitude record, recovered crew, performed our first experiments. Awesome. Don't plant the flag, sweet baby Jesus, at your recruitment center. There is a flagpole with a flag on. What, you can climb... Where's this flagpole? I didn't see this. Well, like that flagpole there, you can climb it. Alright, so what's our next mission going to be? Oh, wait, let's spend our science. Okay, so we're obviously going to want Engineering 101, because it gives us access to thermometers, which are pretty pricey, but they let you do extra experiments. We're going to want basic rocketry to get actual engines. I'd love bigger fuel tanks, and the thumper. Stability. Aerodynamic nose cones are pretty good. Radial decouplers are very useful. Heat shields, great for re-entry. Barometers, also good. What should we do next? Yes, you can climb the massive flag at base. That's pretty funny. Let's get survivability. And to just try and reduce the amount of safe going we have to do. Okay, so now, let's pick some more of these. Focused industry. These are ridiculously difficult. Because you have to like be able to get to exactly the right place, which like for a noob like me is quite challenging. Test and parachute in flight over Kerbin. These ones give good money, and they give you the item that you have yet to invent, and then you can test it out. Christo Rush planes. I'm not good at planes. Upgrade the launch pad and assembly building first. Okay, good to know. Let's check how much that costs. I remember the launch pad upgrade being really important. It's 50k. But yeah, that's fine, because the max vessel weight thing gets real annoying. And the assembly one just gives you extra parts, doesn't it? Yeah. But yeah, launchpad upgrade early seems nice, because it means you can get the weight down basically to unlimited. And so having played before, incidentally, just for your interest, I have played this game for 50 hours, so I'm not a complete noob, but I may act like it. Alright, orbit Kerbin. We're definitely not ready to do that. Escape the atmosphere. I think we could do this. Get to 70,000 meters. I think we could probably do that. It's going to be challenging. We get 32,000, so we have to do it for 32,000. You can click the red X to get new missions. This one, yeah, but you lose reputation, right? The formula for building planes is always put the center of lift slightly behind the center of mass. How about this, Gandalf? In about, like 3 weeks, when we've landed on every planet in the solar system, I'll let you teach me how to build space planes. Sound fair? Alright, test the Flea solid fuel booster. This is quite, you get a fair amount of money from this, and it's relatively easy. Let's do a couple of tests. The other thing I want to upgrade is this, so we can get a bunch more contracts available, because we could be banging out like 5 contracts per plane, so per launch. You suck at planes. I'm sure you're better than me. You knew that you have to put, what was it? Center of lift behind center of mass? Or the other way around? Yeah, that one. Okay, so let's test the stack decoupler, because I know how those work, and the solid fuel booster. I should have checked the parameters. They might be, like, impossible. Okay, so these are all active missions, right? We need to... Wait, haven't I done this? Gather scientific data from Kerbin? I think I've done that one. I think green means done, probably. Test, stack decoupler. You have to be flying at least 19,000, less than 25,000, at least 40, but below 2,000. Easy enough. Oh god, this one requires you to be stupid high. That's going to be tricky, but we'll give it a go. We'll give it a go. Is this going to be uploaded to YouTube? Yes. Yes, it will. Okay, so we need to be at 62,000, going at least 80. This one's going to be real tough, but let's give it a go. Hey, Russian Virus, how you doing? Okay, so get rid of this nonsense. New plane. This one is... Can I type? Why can't I type here? Oh, we need to have this first. Right. Okay, what's this? 62k. Here we come. I didn't put the K in. Alright, 62,000 meters up. Whoa, god, that sudden new music was very loud. New plane builds a rocket. Yeah, okay. I meant a rocket. Calm down. We need a parachute. Alright, and these decouplers are incredibly valuable. Because what these do is they allow you to segment your rocket, basically, so that you have different stages. So the top stage is pretty much always going to look like this. Parachute, command module. What's the other? Heat shield, the larger one. There we go. So now it can survive re-entry if we're going at not too ridiculous speed. And then you put this on. And basically, just to show you what this does, essentially, you have these different stages, right? And if you press space right now, well, if you're flying anyway, you would basically eject this and everything below it at a particular force. Let me check the force on this particular decoupler. 250. 250 watt. But anyway, the ejection force is 250 kilonewtons? I don't know. Wow, is this a new Hoi 4 update? Yeah, this is the Cold War Hoi update. Okay, so now basically we can use the rest of the ship to get this where we want it, and then we can just take this home without having to like worry about getting all the rest of it in. So we've got these titchy little fuel tanks. I mean, we can use these, I guess. Oh, whoops. I mean, I'm not confident in this. Okay, in terms of science, we're going to stick a bunch of science on this top bit and hope it doesn't burn up on re-entry, but it might. Alright, we're going to want 2 of these and 2 of these. And these ones, it's going to be very slightly imbalanced at the top, which might be like awful, but we'll see. We'll see. Alright, so we stuck a bunch of science on it. I'm pretty sure you can't obstruct the hatch. Like, it doesn't let you fly it if the hatch is obstructed, but if Hoi 4 rockets were useful, they're not. I mean, they're not awful. Alright, swivel fuel engine's the only one we've got. And then we'll put another decoupler on. What are we meant to be testing? A stack decoupler. Okay, that's fine. Space Engineers. We could play Space Engineers at some point. Hearts of Eve online program, my lord. Oh god, we have to test this. Wait, we have to get the solid fuel booster to 62,000 meters up. The heck are we going to do that? Alright, new plan. So the problem with that is that we can't eject this thing until we're 62,000 up. 64% vote for PDX intensifies. That was a joke. I put that in as a joke. So then we have another decoupler. And then we have, like, some hammers. This is not going to work. We could try, like, a really cancerous... like... We don't have nose cones is the thing. I don't see anything wrong with this. Let's start as we freaking mean to go on. So, first stage, these fire. Then this disengage and this fires. Then this disengages, and then this fires. So let's actually put that in a separate stage. Alright, no problem. Launch it, baby. Does space in Kerbal Space Ground begin at 10,000 meters? No, it begins at 70,000. Okay, so in order to accomplish our goals, for the stack decoupler, we have to be... Right, to test decouplers, I don't think... sometimes you right-click on click test. You actually just activate them. So we have to be at 25,000 when we activate a stack decoupler. We might need to put some more on the bottom here. Oh, right, we can do temperature scan. Okay, temperature. Yeah, keep the data. Atmospheric. Oh, no, not the mystery goo. I didn't mean to do the mystery goo. Reset. Atmospheric pressure scan. Keep experiment. You can just stage it. But the thing is, I don't want to actually activate it at this height because we need these guys higher. No nose cones. We haven't invented nose cones. What do you want from me? All right, SAS. Let's do this thing. All right, so once this altitude, is he gonna tip? He's Jebediah. Jebediah, keep that SAS on. Right, crew report, temperature scan, atmospheric pressure scan. Keep. Get a bunch of this science done. Oh, we're not even gonna get close to high enough. Let's burn this thing. We're not even getting remotely close to high enough. Well, it was a good try, Jebediah. Yeah. Well, we're in a new place, though. So let's grab some more reports. Alright, test it. It didn't test it! Did I do it just too late? I think I did it just too late. Well, that's a shame. But we are at least, maybe, going to be coming home and bringing Jebediah home. Test. Oh my god. I'm sorry. You're going way too fast. Yeah, so the thing about the boosters... Oh, wow, we can really... Oh, good lord. That really mucks with the physics, doesn't it? Oh, slow it down. New mystery goo observation. We're in space! We made it to space! Hell yeah, baby. Awesome. You can tell because the music changes. But yeah, 70k is space. Unfortunately, Jebediah is like 100% dead on re-entry. Well, 70k wasn't that hard. But thing is, we have to get to almost 70k carrying the fuel booster, which means we can't activate it until a bit before it. You forgot how ugly the game is without mods. Yeah, it's not that pretty. If you want to send me space music, I know. If you want to send me a whole collection of graphics mods, I will happily install them. All right, so we can't have Jebediah just automatically aligned to the retrograde, which is this marker here, which is the opposite angle of movement, which is what you want to be angled towards when you're on re-entry. No, you won't. Graphic mods are hell. Oh, I see. Okay. Well, I don't mind the graphics that much. I mean, yeah, sure. It's not pretty, but that's fine. It's a cerebral game. So I'm pretty sure Jebediah is going to burn up on re-entry, but we're going to give it a go. We're going to get a bunch of science out of this if he does survive. So even, we're going to lose money because we haven't accomplished any of these things. Actually, we probably won't lose money because we've reached space for the first time, right? Or do we have to live? No, there we go. Yeah, we reached space. Broken altitude record. Broken land distance record. Broken land distance record. Hell yeah. Let's delete all these old records so that we can see when we get new ones. So when do we deploy the parachute? He won't burn up. It doesn't look like I am going to burn up, does it? I'm very surprised. Like we're going... Well, actually, we haven't reached the thick air yet. Here we go. Here's the potential burn up moment. The mystery goo might explode. No, I'm very surprised. We're going to be absolutely fine. We're decelerating like crazy now that we're in the thick air down here. And, I don't know. When should I deploy this parachute, do you reckon? We got plenty of time. Burning starts soon. No, it looks like we're fine. Let's deploy this. And, yeah, speed up time. Looks like we're doing fine. And we can do some crew reports and EVAs once we're in the ocean, which will get us a bit more science. Where's home? Oh, there it is. We didn't go that far. And yeah, nicely slowed all the way down. Fantastic. Atmospheric drag is not in the game. Yes, it is. 100%. And please don't explode. It didn't explode. So why can't I take a crew report right now? Is that because... here, I can take a crew report. Ah, but you have to overwrite the existing. Okay. But you, get out. Let's... whoa. The sea's gone. That's interesting. Okay, yeah, get me an EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here. Very funny. Very funny, Jebediah. Okay, recover that vessel. Warps while opening parachute. This man has a death wish. Bring forth the Kraken. Alright, so we got 53 science. Hell yeah. Recovery of a vessel after suborbital flight. I think that means suborbital space flight. Atmospheric scan was very nice. Mystery goo observation in space near Kerbin was nice. Awesome. And we recovered £6,000 from parts. He's got no XP, which is outrageous. He just went to, he's the first man in space, no experience. What are you talking about? So we got loads of money from that. Excellent. And we can get some more stuff in here. So, for example, aerodynamic nose cones. Never again will we have to see such awfulness. And a big fuel tank. Gimme. Can't afford any of these. But, I mean, we're not going to get this one, probably. Oh, actually, I do find myself sometimes using some of these things for aerodynamics. On spaceships, but yeah. Alright, so this is a Rockomax brand stuff, which is basically like, those things go with some of these. Like, I'm pretty sure that's no, that's not a big one. Big stuff, big engines don't come till down here. But, anyway. Okay, so, our mission remains the same. We could upgrade this to get more active contracts, actually. Let's do that. So, currently we're trying to get a fuel booster to 52,000, and remember to actually test the stack decoupler. Okay, and now we can, at the same time, we can test the Mark 16 parachute. That seems pretty easy. Okay, let's do that as well. Haul a hammer booster into orbit of Kerbin. Good lord, no. Test this in flight. That's way too fast. Orbiting Kerbin, orbit Kerbin. That's kind of the next big goal, is orbiting. For now, we'll just do what we can. For science, goo is the best. Alright, so we're going to build off this 62k thing, because there are some improvements that we can make. So, for example, get this trash out of here. Okay, so this... Zoom, stop playing Cossacks and blocking up the bottom right side of my screen. Let me just go offline so I won't get those pop-ups. Okay. We splashed down into the ocean. Cool. New milestone. So, you need like 21,000 kilometers per second to orbit, so that was not fast. Yeah, that's true. Copy it into clipboard and install it when you feel like going ham. It's like a Dark Souls mod. Kerbal Space Program equivalent of Black Ice, but if it wasn't made by Nazis. Turns Kerbal Universe into our universe and the physics the same as they are in real life. Oh god. Alright, maybe I'll play that like when I turn 25. That's 3 years, by the way. Sorry, 4 years. Alright. Test the Mark 16 parachute. Is this a Mark 16 parachute? It is. To test it, do we have to fire it? But that'll be easy, right? That's something we do on the way down. Now, for the decoupler, we need... This thing is real cheap. Oh, we have to actually put the rest on, of course. Okay, we test the stack decoupler, which means just fire it, basically. I kind of want to get this high. Well, we've got the big fuel tanks now, right? Yeah, okay, so we can have a proper fuel tank, like a proper rocket going on here under our stupid flea garbage thing. Alright, the Reliant or the Swivel. Now, I believe what you want... The Swivel is good because it has a gimbal, which means you can point it around. Does MechCheck come with the Delta V calculator? I have no idea. Now, what you want is a high ASL, I think? Or is it... What's the efficiency calculation on liquid fuel engines? It's something like... I think it's ASL, so I think this one's slightly more efficient, but doesn't have that gimbaling ability. But maybe we'll be okay without gimbaling, with a slightly more efficient engine. We'll see. And then under that, we're going to stick one of these, which is quite nice when you put on an engine, because it like makes it more streamlined. Here are some visual mods. They all work. Could you PM them to me so that I can access them later? That'd be very nice of you, and I'll take a look, see if any of them work. This service bay thing we could use. You put science in it. The thing is, like, is it heavy? It's actually really light. We could put some of our science stuff into a service bay. Problem is, if you open the doors of a service bay when you're in like flight in the atmosphere, it kind of blows up. You don't need to worry about MechJeb for a while, Gandalf, because you have to invent it. Okay, now micro landing struts. That won't be necessary. Does this thing still have a? Yeah, it still has a one of those. A radiator panel. I've never understood what those do, basically. I mean, okay, they radiate heat, but like, so I don't understand. Let's put a Communitron on here. Like, I've never had a part overheat except on re-entry, and it's not like you can radiate heat on re-entry. Okay, now we need. Already got a bunch of science. That's fine. We might even have too much science. The transmitter thing, by the way, is useful in case your science experiments are going to burn up on entry, or if they're these. Like, you can't store the science unless you have like a science storage module thing. So what you do is you collect the data, transmit it, and then you can collect more data. Now, to get this thing up in the air, let's put a thumper on it. Maybe a thumper will do it. Get it high enough. So the staging goes, you fire the thumper, then you fire this and this engine simultaneously. Then you drop this, fire this on my command, get rid of this on my command, activate the parachute on my command. Okay, and we need to drop this between 19 and 75. Launch. I don't think it's a good idea to extract the parachute with the transmitter. I have actually tested that. It makes no difference. It just doesn't have an impact at all, for some reason. SAS on, and this thing has a bit of welly to it, so let's see. Alright, let's turn on the fuel gauge. Alright, so we've got the fuel tanks there, but it's the solid fuel down here in the thumper that we're interested in right now. Oh, that is not the kind of acceleration that I was looking for. I was hoping we'd have a bit more welly than that. But there's a lot of fuel left in this thing. No, I was seriously hoping we were going to get substantially more lift out of that thumper. MechJeb does come with a Delta V calculator. Well, there you go. Alright, test the parachute. No, I'd have to deploy it, and that would break it. So it's, what is it, 19,000? We want to test the decoupler? Yeah, we're definitely not going to be able to test it at the right height on this run. So as soon as we get up there, we're going to decouple and activate the next one, sending that last one tumbling back down towards Earth. Kerbin, sorry. So is it a matter of just clicking test? No, you have to actually use it. That's a shame. Okay, we got loads of fuel in this baby. The calculator will be useful for planning big missions, no save something required. Well, if I can understand how that gets. Okay, crew report, temperature scan, get it. This one we can transmit, because it actually just transmits 100% of the value. Many of them it doesn't. Oh, I forgot to test the decoupler. Never mind. We're like 100. Oh, we should slow down. We're overheating. There's no point pushing yourself to overheat in the thick atmosphere. Alright. And then as soon as we're up to the right height... Sorry, as soon as we're out of fuel, we're going to drop this thing. Okay. Now, testing solid fuel booster. Oh, we're too fast. We're way too fast. Alright, temperature scan. Let's gather. And sure, do another mystery goo. We're going way too fast. Let's align to retrograde. Yeah, we're going 30. We're going 300,000 meters in the air. That's a bit high. Where have you been? My throat has been hurting too much to talk. Look at that thing. It's following us. That's cool. Should have started your gravity turn. Yeah, I thought you only gravity turned in order to do orbiting though. Test the booster on the way back. I think we're going to be going way too fast on the way back. Let's speed up time. Oh, stop. Mystery goo. Yeah, do another crew report. Review the crew report. Yeah, overwrite. Transmit. Uploading the data. Nice. I'm pretty sure we're going to be going ridiculously fast on the way back down. Yeah. So, Align retrograde and yeah, transmit that. Align retrograde and prepare to burn, and we're going to see what we can do to slow ourselves down to below 200 meters per second. But basically, why isn't it? Excuse me, I've lost all control. Oh, I think we're out of power. We're out of power, which means I no longer have control. Did you hear the story about that 900 kilogram steel plate that was launched into space? No, I did not. You gravity all the time, otherwise you fight the turn of the planet. Oh, that's interesting. Oh, Jebediah, I'm gonna be honest, mate. I've lost all control. Pro players land with a booster. Yeah. Basically, I'm gonna wait for it to align back towards retrograde just by spinning. Then I'm gonna fire this booster and try and slow down. So, 3, 2, 1. Burn, Jebediah, burn. It's still spinning. That's so bad. Jebediah, I'm sorry, man. But I'm pushing the yaw all the way over. It's not doing anything. We're going way too fast. It's all coming apart. We can test the stack decoupler, though. At 25,000, we can test the stack decoupler. But straight up, Jebediah, you're dead. Boosting with rockets generates electric power. But yeah, he's right. Not the solid boosters. Okay, we're back in here. Transmit the data. Maybe we should just let Jebediah die. Because like, we're getting all this useful data. Okay, yeah, no, altitude is wrong for this one still. 25,000, and then we tested a couple. And we tested just by firing it. And we're going too fast to act. Oh, actually, we're not gonna crash into the ground and die as I suspected. We're actually just gonna blow up. Which means I think I have to jettison this thing early. Even though that means we're not going to complete this. Because that will at least let us align to retrograde. Because our ship naturally aligns retrograde because of its shape, its aerodynamic nature. Yeah, do a crew report, why not? And we actually didn't die. I'm amazed. I forgot to test the parachute though. Oh no, wait, we can still test the parachute. Yeah, we can still test the parachute. It's all good. It's all good. Hey, Christo. Hey, Martin. How you doing? Nice to see you. Okay, test the parachute. No! No, we were going too fast. But now, test. Test. I can't test it. Can I recover the parachute? No, I need an engineer for that. God darn it. We didn't test the parachute. I fired the parachute too soon. He will survive. I think he will survive, actually, but yeah. Jettison the parachute and use the parachute when you're slow enough. Yeah, unfortunately, I jettisoned the parachute just too early. Deploy, you got it. Yeah, unfortunately, I deployed the parachute too soon. Which means we're not going to get any credit for that particular mission. So we can try these all again. I think the flea booster one, though, is just garbage. I think we might just drop this one. Because, oh, good lord, what the hell was that? I think that was our flea landing somewhere nearby. But yeah, he survives. He's fine. Right, let's check out our crew report. Lose stored data. Yeah, transmit that. Transmit that. Oh, right, we're out of power. I forgot. Okay, recover the vessel. It's all good. Recover parachute mid-flight. That's not going to happen. Oh, you only do that when landed, is that it? Okay, so that's when you land on a different planet that has an atmosphere. But hey, we got 69, perfect number of science. Fantastic. We lost money. No, we actually gained money because we passed a bunch of milestones. Let's check out those milestones, shall we? We splashed in the ocean and we've broken a land distance record. Hell yes. Right, we're going to flee solid fuel booster. Like, if I never see you again, I won't be sorry. So we're going to lose our advance, but that's okay. Holy crap, Christo, you're not dead. Correct, I'm not dead. It's just my throat hurts like hell. But I decided today I'm going to pop throat pills. Not throat pills. Lozenges, whatever they're called. In this case, Hall's Soothers, and play anyway. So, ferry 4 tourists to and from the destination and back. These are great ways to make loads of money and fame, but no science, and they're often quite tricky, in my opinion anyway. Conduct a focused observational study of Kerbin. That's not going to happen. How much do you lose if you decline contracts? Oh, it's only 1. Okay, yeah, straight up. I'm telling you, these observational studies, they're not going to happen. They're just not going to happen. And get them out of here. Okay. Onion syrup, you wanker. These are pretty good too. Okay. Test the Juno basic engine at launch site. I have to admit, that seems pretty easy. Test a radial mount parachute in flight over Kerbin. I don't know about that. Let's just try these three. Let's try these three. Okay. So, get me in the vehicle assembly building. Okay. The Thumper did good work, but it is... Actually, it's relatively cheap, too. The expensive part is this. No? What the heck's the expensive part? Oh, yeah, all our science stuff's quite expensive. Well, honestly, we've kind of done a lot of the science from the areas we're looking in right now. Let's reduce down on the level of science equipment. And I know this isn't, like, hugely aerodynamic or whatever. We'll try and balance them out slightly. Okay. Excuse me. Thank you. Okay. Right, yeah. So get rid of this flea nonsense. And we don't need the extra decoupler. So, test radial static decoupler. 19,000 to 25,000. So hopefully, without the flea, this one will get us to 19,000 to 25,000. That's my hope. Test the parachute. Oh, and the Juno basic... Oh, jet engine. Well, we could just do something funky. Like this. Why can't I put the jet engine on this thing? Excuse me. Why can't I do that? Batteries. More batteries. I don't think I've invented batteries yet. No, I haven't invented any electrical parts yet. Okay, so we're not going to do the Juno one. That was ridiculous. Let's just save this a sec. And then... True geniuses deploy solar panels within the atmosphere. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that kills them all immediately, doesn't it? Okay, yeah. I should have checked. Juno basic jet engine. It's just not going to happen. What happened? Why did it quit? Oh, I must have clicked off screen. I haven't locked my mouse to the window, so... Okay, but these two, totally doable. Okay, I think we got this. Fire this, drop it, and so on. Okay. Let's do this thing. Okay. SAS on. Not that that matters really, because we have like zero gimbal. Launch it. Let's do this thing. How much power could we get if we tell a solar panel ship and shot it at the sun? Depends on the size of the solar panels. The main problem would be recovery of that power. Solar freaking rockets. It's technology that replaces all boosters, thermal shields through, and goes with solar panels. Wow. That was such a stupid idea. Not your solar rockets, that's a great idea. I mean solar roadways. Alright. We need to be going... Oh, we're too fast to test the parachute. That's fine, we'll test the parachute on the way down and we won't forget this time. Now all we need to do is get to 19,000. Okay, and drop the booster. And decrease power. Because I don't want to go over... Oh, I'm at no risk of going over this. Oh, right, we're meant to gravity turn, aren't we? Oh, it was a bit of a hard gravity turn. That's okay. Oh, yeah, we might. Okay, decrease speed. Don't overdo the gravity turn. Is this right, by the way, for a gravity turn? Should I be turning harder or less hard? I don't know. Oh, I freaking missed the window again. That's okay, we'll bring it back down with us. Alright, cut power. Okay. Align retrograde. Actually, no, the retrograde is going to be basically the current. Like, over there somewhere. Once we're actually coming down. Okay. A fun utopian project. No, it's not a fun utopian project, because there's no point. Put the solar panel on your roof. Don't put it on the freaking road. It's just an idiotic idea. Okay, so we've got loads of fuel, and I'm going to use this fuel to slow us down. Hey, space sound. Just don't crash into what you're decoupling from. Yes, that's a good point. We'll spin around, decouple, and then spin back around. Reported for fraud, we voted for PDX Games. As I've explained on numerous occasions, but I understand that you weren't here, so it's fair enough. That was a joke. I put that in as a joke. It was a 2-decision poll. Okay, so let's align. Excuse me, sorry. If it's affordable, why not? Because it's pointless. You're putting solar panels under cars. Okay, so what we need to be at 25,000, and let's just brake a bit. We've got loads of fuel left, so I don't feel like this is that much of a waste. In desert countries, why would you put it on the road? Why would you obscure a solar panel with some kind of glass that you're going to have to put cars on? Why not just put it on a something that tracks the sun? It's so much more efficient. Okay, 25,000. Don't forget, 25,000. That's when we jettison. And so I'm going to keep burning like this to try and reduce our speed. And thereby, is there like a most efficient way? Well, that's interesting, graphical anomaly. Is there a most efficient way to slow down? Because that's basically what I'm trying to do right now. I'm just aligning retrograde and then slowing down to try and avoid this blowing up on re-entry, basically. It looks cool, alright. It would be technologically possible. Something you'd read about in a utopian planet. Only if the piranhas of your utopian planet were fools, because it would be so much more efficient to not do it. Hey Soul Wagger, how you doing? You don't know if there's a more efficient way to slow down. Very fair. Alright, we need to slow down a bit more. Actually, it looks like we're going to be okay. Oh, this aligning is interesting. We're coming in nice and slow. We haven't hit the thick air yet, though. Let's decelerate a bit more. I just don't want this thing to burn up. Okay, we can test it. Okay, so we spin, and then we go bye-bye, and we freaking did it. Hell yeah. So now we align retrograde, which will do automatically, and we hope that thing doesn't hit us when we land. Which it might, honestly. No, it's going down for us. Excellent. Crew report, temperature scan. Transmit that crew report. Hell yeah. Now all we have to do is remember to test the parachute below 9,000. And after we've slowed down a bit more. We might not slow down enough. Alright, Jebediah, hold on. You can't deploy the parachute yet. Will like turning myself sideways slow us down more? Because we're increasing air resistance? Jebediah, hold on. You can't deploy it yet. You don't understand. It's going to be okay, Jebediah. We're going to make it. We're going to make it! Jebediah! It's going to be damn close. Deploy! Deploy! What? My speed was right! My speed was right. I've been robbed. What? Explain that to me, chat. Why didn't I get that? Oh, please slow down. Oh god, please slow down. Okay, good. That was close. Oh, Jebediah, that was real freaking close. Deployed too early. You deployed at 9:40, not 9... Oh, it's not 250. I thought I was reading it as 250. God freaking darn it, Jebediah. Oh, I thought it was 250. I was waiting for 250. Gotta admit, that was a nail biter. Well, we did at least test the strategy coupler. Blame it on Jeb. Is it Kerbal for the night or something else later? Sorry? Oh, no, it's pretty much Kerbal for today. I was watching the green ticks. You only had approximately 3-second window anyway. Still, I could have made it. Alright, so we'll gather some more data. EVA. I've probably already done it here, haven't I? Yeah, go back in. I don't know why my C keeps like despawning. It's interesting. We cover the vessel. Still, we got some science, you know. You might have ended up too low. I know, it was a freaking nail biter. That was fun. I enjoyed that. That kind of moment is why I wanted to stream Kerbal. Because I feel like that kind of intense moment's fun. I didn't see this 5, 3, 1, decouple! It's not a harm in a utopian world to make everything outside solar panels. But like, if you feel like if you're saying like, well, we have infinite resources, so we don't need to be efficient, why generate power? Like there must be more power. You must have infinite power, essentially. Okay, Jebediah got no experience, which is nonsense, but alright. Let's just do this freaking mission. Lol. You what? Account Christo. What? Was you what? Alright, let's get rid of all this. We'll stick our cheapest engine on it. And we're gonna test that freaking parachute. You're welcome. Oh, you're welcome, I see. Sorry. Just guessing the abbreviation. It's always a dangerous game. SAS arm. Full power. Launch. And we're going to go up to 2,000. Less power. More power. Less power. More power. Less power. At about the right speed. And we're going to freaking do everything. We did it. Oh, God, no. Oh, well, that worried me. I thought it was going to blow us up. Oh, crap. We're still going up. It's okay. The parachute slows down. I thought it was going to hit us. I thought I was going to hit us and blow us up for sure. What's the harm with extra power? Because you could generate the power in other, more efficient ways. So there's no harm from the extra power. There's harm from the opportunity cost. You could replace the unneeded solar panels with gardens. Yeah, but you could put, like, the solar panels in the desert where you're not going to have a garden. Speed up time. Hopefully that booster isn't going to, like, hit anything important. Oh, God. I heard that explosion. Because you can blow up your buildings, I think, and you have to repair them. Good. We've slowed right down. Good job, Jebediah. Anyone else heard the Star Trek Online space theme? Ooh, bunch of stuff. This is a good observation from Kerbal Space Kerbal Space Command, I guess. This is our base center. We're home. Temperature readings are quite literally nominal. That's pretty funny. Cool. Alright, recover the vessel. We did it, boys. Alright, should we try an orbit? Kerbal Space Center. I see. Thank you. We could try an orbit. Let's check out if we have some... Yes, we've got orbit Kerbin. Test the swivel liquid fuel engine while orbiting Kerbin. Which probably makes it fine because we'd be using that one to orbit anyway. Alright, let's try these. Let's try and go for the orbit. The Thumper solid fuel booster in flight. No, we're not going to get a booster that high. If you want to orbit, use one massive SRB and above it place multiple solid fuels. I'm not sure what you mean by SRB. Solid rocket booster? Unlock power stuff. Yeah, it's a good idea. We should do some unlocks. Flight control. Yeah, I want... Oh, wait, we have already unlocked MechJeb? Maybe it's MechJeb 2. Have we already unlocked MechJeb? And I did not notice? Maybe the other MechJeb's down here. No? Alright, we can get rechargeable battery packs. Science Junior. Experimental storage pack. Let's get... These are good. The stability enhancers. They're useful. Let's get that one. And... E9 reaction wheels can be nice. Flight controller to MechJeb. Commenting countdown, don't be sad. MechJebs, they are good. Because it's just nice to have the information on screen rather than having to quickly switch to the map each time. Okay, these could be useful. I want larger fuel tanks though, because I think they're slightly more weight efficient. So let's get that. Okay, now. Oh, what's that? Here we come debris. Let's go have a look at it. Fencing countdown engines on. You need solar power. Okay, well, we may not succeed this time then. Why does it say 20 meters in red? Oh, because it's 20 meters under the ocean, I think. Alright, yeah. Recover that. Does that count as a vessel engaged in suborbital flight, do you reckon? No, it doesn't. Shame. Alright. New spacecraft. This is who says we need power to orbit. Let's do this thing. So, parachute. And Heat shield. And decoupler. Hell yeah. And now, to actually orbit, we're going to want like one rocket thing. And one... Which is the one we have to orbit with? A swivel. And one swivel. And then under that, we're going to put some real sizable beasties. Do we want to go with just straight up boosters below this? No, I think we maybe we want to make this a bit bigger. And then below this, we just go straight up boosters. I don't know, the boosters... How about these with like a bunch of boosters on the side? We can throw money at this project because... And then we want the non-swivel, the Reliant, to give some welly. Back, what'd you miss? We're trying to orbit, but chat tells me that we don't have the tech yet, basically. And if we do, in case we do get to orbit, of course we're going to want a thermi, a goop, 2 goops in fact. Let's put those there. 2 thermometers, 2 of these. These ones we'll put like here and here. Okay, nice aerodynamic top to this rocket. What else? You can orbit on your second flight. No, you can orbit on your second flight. I almost certainly cannot. And we're going to put some radio decouplers. And we're going to throw like 3 great big boosters on it. Hell yeah. It's beautiful. Let's try and get them actually oriented right there. Okay, but this time we have actually invented that is not a nose cone. There we go. Hell yeah. And we can throw on some stability assists for launch. So you drop the stability assists, fire the boosters. Then you drop this and simultaneously fire this engine. Then you drop this and simultaneously fire this engine. Then you drop this, and then on my command you launch this. And we have to... Oh god, we have to get to 19,000. That's going to be interesting. Use the struts. Oh yeah, good, good, good. Thank you for reminding me. So these struts, you put them like between here and here to stop these things pulling themselves apart. And we'll put some at the top as well. Otherwise these things kind of like flex and bend in all kinds of weird ways. Let's do this thing. Craft has too many parts. Ah, interesting. Craft can't support buildings with over 30 parts. We've got 38. Are these essential? We could try without them. We could cut down on the science too. Like we could have just one of these. And one of these. We need to get rid of one more part. I would like to take the goo up, if I'm being honest. So 2 parts. Maybe we don't need the ones at the bottom. And that means we can take one extra thermometer. Let's try this. Which are you okay? Did you have a stroke? Excuse me? What do you mean? 19,000. 19,000 what? What did I miss? Okay, SAS. Blast off. 190,000, you're right, not 19,000, my bad. You said 19k, not 190k. I'm sorry, I misread something, assume I have a freaking stroke. Seems reasonable. We're not going to get even close to high enough, are we? We just don't have enough force. When do you begin your gravity turn? Oh, well, if you're us, like, this, I'm not telling it to turn, but it appears to be turning. I hope these things aren't going to, like, hit us and blow up when we eject them. Eject. Oh, well, that was fun. No, please don't. I'd really appreciate it if you Didn't do that. Okay. We're back under control. Start the turn at 50 meters per second. At 50 meters per second! Holy Christ, I thought it was way later than that. Okay. And you want to turn directly east, yeah? Which is 90 degrees on a nav ball. Or towards this 90 on a nav ball. Oh, I should have put a mech jeb on it so we could see our apoapsis easily. Alright, right now, apoapsis is 80,000. I think you take it to like 100,000? Is that right? The internet went down and I thought I was going to miss the orbit. Don't worry. Even if you missed this one, I'm pretty sure you wouldn't miss orbit. So, okay. You start at 50 meters per second. At 50 meters per second, that's so early. Fins should stabilize. Yeah, you're right. I should have put some fins on it. I did forget that. Hit 45 degrees pitch by the time you reach 10 kilometers. Is that right? That's crazy. And then to reach orbit, you just burn along the horizon, right? You're barely out of the atmosphere. Yeah, we don't need to be that far out of the atmosphere. We're just trying to get to orbit. I'm right, aren't I, guys? You just burn... You basically burn, like, that way. I can't kind of give direction, but like that way. In this direction. Rocket should not be parallel to the surface by the time you're extending your trajectory. Should be parallel to the surface by the time you're extending your trajectory. Okay, this sounds right. If you think this is hard, try doing a polar orbit. I have done all of these things before, but it was a while ago. Okay, so about now... Well, no. Give it a second. We're going to burn, like, here. Cody says, Christo, what? Add a node. I can't add nodes. I have to upgrade something. Okay, and about now. And now we watch this spread, and we pray we have enough fuel to get to orbit. This seems about right to me. Yellow marker equals current trajectory. Yellow marker. You mean this one? This is your petrograde marker, right? Yeah. So I should be burning, like, slightly over here. That's what you're saying. I should be more, like, up here. In order to make it more efficient. I think that's what you're saying. Is that what you mean? You should be burning, like, right on petrograde, yeah? Or rather, not right on petrograde, but you go petrograde and then you go down to the horizon, and that's where you should be burning. We're going to go past apoapsis. That's not good. I think that means we angle... Oh, jettison. But now we're way lighter, which means you're extending crazy fast. It's not really crazy fast, is it? Not enough fuel. Yeah, I don't think we're going to have enough fuel. Comtest Amorcif just subscribed with Twitch Prime. My dear Comtest, you're very kind. Thank you. Oh, we're almost making it. I think we're going to make it, boys. I think we're going to get... And girl. I think we're going to make it. Yes! So now we need to get our apoapsis. Yeah, we've done it. We've freaking done it. Orbit, first try. Hell yeah. Point a tad lower for extra tismic way. What? Okay. So now all we have to do is wait till we get to 90,000 kilometers. So let's speed up time a bit. And fly out here towards apoapsis. Hell yeah. Should I be doing all kinds of science? Like, I feel like I should be doing all kinds of science because we're in orbit. Or does orbit not count as a new... No, it doesn't count as a new scenario. Okay. Christo getting IRL people to sub to encourage people to give him money. How does people subbing encourage more people to sub? That doesn't work. EVA reports. I can't EVA because I have to upgrade my thing. Use the greater than, larger than for easier time warps. That's actually much harder because my microphone is directly in front of that portion of the keyboard. Use Alt plus something for physical warps. What do you mean by physical warps? Subtrains. Cody, do you think I'm big enough to get a subtrain? I mean, you flatter me, but... You gotta go. See you later, Hollow Man. Good question. Do you have song requests? No, I don't, I'm afraid. You're close. You only need to turn a little. Oh, burn. I don't think... Do we need to burn at all? I mean, we need to burn, like, on re-entry just to slow ourselves down, make re-entry easier. But if you get the right angle, it should be fine. Here's in... Souls. Come on, man. Oh, dear. Burn the swivel at 190. Oh, I thought we just tested it. Yeah, we just click run test, I think. In a minute. And... Did you include a heat shield? Please tell me you did. Yes. Yes, we included the heat shields, don't worry. You're tempted to subscribe now. You hilarious souls. Banned. And... Hell yeah, we don't even have to burn it, we just have to test it. Okay, so here's our beautiful orbit. And we could just leave him here. Like, one of the options right now is just return to the Space Center. Oh, Christo, always a disappointment. What are you talking about, Vodka? Sorry. So yeah, we can just leave him up there. And he'll, like, stay there forever. Tracking station. No, go away. I don't need your advice. I've got chat here helping me out. The comm network. You can set up, like, a whole communication network throughout the whole solar system. It's so cool. I hope, like, humans develop interstellar travel soon, so Kerbal Space Program can get an update. Upgrade the astronaut complex, then get the return mission. Oh, you mean I could, like, I could upgrade... What the hell happened? I could upgrade it now, and then EVA? Do you type while looking at the keyboard, or you remember all the keys are? I remember all the keys are, unless it's, like, you know, an odd one. Like, I couldn't just sight touch the home button or the insert key or something. But everything on the left-hand side of the keyboard, where my left hand is always is, then yeah. When are you going to do an MP? I don't know. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not tomorrow, actually. Thursday, maybe? Cody, you're very generous, man. Thank you. So what, we can upgrade this now and let them do EVAs. That's too funny not to do, isn't it? So upgrade it. Hey, Christo. Shut up, Cody. So now we just go back to flying this thing and then EVA him. You're very kind, Cody, but I'm afraid that is not a sub-privilege that I'm planning to add. So now we can EVA. Do an EVA report. Hell yeah. And then we wait a bit until we're over a new biome. But I can't because he's EVAing. And then we store it. And then we EVA again. Get another EVA report. Grab that. Board again. Wait a bit. Till we're over a new one. Ah. There we go. EVA again. EVA report. Hell yeah. 8 more science. Get all these. Might as well get all these done. I hope we can visit a habitable world soon so we can ask the aliens if Mass Effect was accurate. You can sometimes get an EVA contract. Yeah, that could be good. Let's go check. Stay there, Jebediah. Don't worry. Gilbers don't need to eat or drink. Or use the facilities, so. You will not rest until you have SpaceX with an Asari. Interesting man, souls. Martin Gaming donated and said, "Bit train." Well, I wish you the best with getting this train started, Martin, but I suspect it won't. You're very generous, Martin. Thank you very much. As ever. Return to Kerbin from orbit. Is that what we have to do? That's funny. We're about to do that. Awesome. Any EVAs? No EVAs. Alright. Isn't Asari Space meant to be religious? No, it's not religious. It's just more mental and physical. You can't get the contract if you've already done it. I see. Oh well, never mind. We've done all EVAs. Let's go like really high speed just to see if any pop up. Okay, there is one more EVA. EVA. Grab that report. Get back in. Just check. We'll do like a full lap. You'll be fine, Jebediah. You might be up on this mission for like days, but oh no, there's a whole bunch more. There are only 8 science. Like, can I be bothered to What I could do actually is just speed up time. I could turn on the auto decrease time warp. Oh, there's one. Okay. There are like 8 EVA reports. Man, that's kind of dull. Oh well. Board. And then EVA. An EVA report. And then go back in. How many have we got now? 6. So we're getting close. She's also blue. Who needs aliens for that? This is true. Over the water. Oh, actually, is that a pole? Can I zoom out, like, really far? Yeah. No, that isn't a pole. There's a heat shield test contract. Good point. Let's go check it. And then eventually we're going to bring Jebediah home. There's a heat shield contract. There's a heat shield contract. Yeah, I saw it. Don't worry. Don't worry, Martin. I'm going to give it a look. This is the smaller heat shield. It's the wrong heat shield. But thanks. He's actually only been up there 40 minutes. It's not that bad. I was thinking he's going to like run out of fuel. Sorry, food. But no, he's fine. So it was like the other side of the ocean that we started getting a bunch. There's one. There's one. Ah, I missed it. Alright. Alright. Let's bring this thing home. Alright, fine. One more. One more. One more. Okay, now. To descend from orbit, you go to the apoapsis. And then you burn retrograde. I think. Oh, yeah. Stop cancelling my warp automatically. Okay, you go to the apoapsis. You align retrograde, which is over here. We've got plenty of electric charge left, yeah. Ew, excuse me? What are you talking about? Rex! Oh god. It's got to be Garrus. You are not incorrect, Souls. Of course it does. Until periapsis is 30 to 40 kilometers. Yeah. And then drag slows you down the rest of the way. And to be super safe, we're probably just going to use fuel to slow down. Okay, so periapsis. There we go. Beautiful. Wow, let's make it between the two numbers. There we go. Okay, and now we wait. Slow it down. Align retrograde again. Because we don't want to go in at 23,000, even if... Oh, overshot it a bit. A little bit. Meaning a lot, of course. Get back on it. Okay, now we wait until we're actually in the atmosphere. Although, of course, we don't rotate. Oh, EVA time. Back in again. Because you can also do all the EVAs in the atmosphere, of course, yeah. And we're just going to slow ourselves down a bit. Oh, God. We might as well just burn all our fuel to slow ourselves down, I think. I think this makes sense. It might be this makes less sense because it's better to slow down slowly because of drag. I don't know. Because this is giving us a bit of sharp enter. It's giving us a sharper angle of entry. But also, we're going to be going like so much slower. Turn on SS. Well, this is going to be a Mass Effect game to continue the original Cruise story. If there is, it'll be because they sold the rights to someone and they'll create like a garbage version. Pretty sure right now they're working on the next Dragon Age. I really hope they don't make more open world trash and make more old school RPG decency like Dragon Age Origins. Dragon Age Origins was seriously good. I really liked that game. They made it so arcadey with the other two. I think we're going to be okay here. Slow it down so we can get this retrograde alignment right. It's going to be trash, I guarantee it. The next Dragon Age? Probably. No, we're absolutely fine. already fading. The burn. I can already smell the microtransactions. EVA? You want an EVA? That's not EVA. He would die. Do. I mean, might as well grab a mystery goo, I guess. Started trying Dragon Age recently, actually. Thought it would be interesting how Origins was basically The Witcher plus Lord of the Rings plus World of Warcraft. Yeah, it is. It's really good. When do I try my parachute? Just whenever I want. Cool. I mean, like, now then, I guess. The Wardens are one-to-one with Witchers. Like, no. No. There's a very significant difference. The Witchers are made. Like, you take a child and turn them into a Witcher. Whereas Wardens are, like, chosen from people who are already strong and trained and good at combat and all that stuff. They have way less sex than Witchers. That's also true. Actually, we don't know, like, apart from Geralt. Like, we can't just base what a Witch is like off Geralt, because he's just, like, happens to be the most famous Witcher. And now we're going so slowly. Like, sure, EVA. Why not? That seems to be the trend of this mission. Are Wardens allowed? They can't get married, and they're infertile. No. Are Wardens infertile? The Warden joining Witcher is very similar to the potion induction thingy. Well, it's relatively similar in that you drink something and it might kill you. But it's not that similar, because when you're becoming a Witcher, you're not, like, becoming in tune with the monsters. Well, you kind of are, but not as much as the Warden thing. Like, when you become a Warden, it's way more, like, you're actually kind of catching, like, this disease-ish, the taint that all of the Darkspawn have. It's actually only Garrett that got decent action without having to pay for it. Yeah, that's how I figured it as well. Crew report, temperature scan, jump, EVA. Excuse me, EVA report. I've already done that. Awesome. Recover vessel. Hell yeah, boys. Orbit successful. That's what I like to see. That took me, like, actually 5 hours when I first played this game. I mean, just from, like, starting building the orbiting ship and then actually doing the orbiting. But yeah, we got a bunch of science there. Nice. He did have to pay for it in most people's playthroughs, I guess. Yeah, Jebediah. Upgrade to level 1. What can you do at level 1 compared to normal? Stability assist, full vessel control. Ah, he can hold on Petrograde and Retrograde. Nice. Very nice. And he's orbited around Curvin twice. That's real cool. Was he level 0? He was before, yeah, but now he's leveled up. Awesome. Do courage and stability actually do anything? Like, did these stats matter? I'm not sure they do. Okay, what's up next? What should we do next? Making me go play freaking Dragon Age now. Petrograde. What? What did I say? Petrograde. Did I just say Petrograde? What am I saying? Petrograd. Okay, Petrograde. Like retrograde. Petrograde. What? How am I saying it wrong? Explain it to me. Explore the Mun. Not happening. Prograde. Oh, I'm sorry. Gatorade. You've been saying this so long ago. My point essentially is that both Wardens and Witches are normal people turned into monster hunters. Yeah, that's the thing. Like, Witches are normal people turned into monster hunters. Wardens are badasses turned into monster hunters. I think that's the difference. I mean, it's prograde, not petrograde. All right, forget it. I'll read it in a second. All right, what do we want to do? Test the Flea Solid Soul booster at the launch site. That sounds boring. Press the radar to splash down. Could do that. But like, we just orbited the Earth, the Curvin that is. Like, surely the next goal is Orbit the Mun. What do we need? Bigger engines seems good. We need power. Everyone's been saying you need power, you need power. Fine, 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 fine. Look, there you go, power. Can't afford any of these yet. Solar. All right, that's down here, right? Or do we already have some solar power? No, we need this one to get these photovoltaic panels. Cool. So, well, let's take a tourists one. What do they want? Suborbital space flight on Kerbin. We don't get much money though. We get like 50,000 total. We get a bunch of prestige. Sure, let's try this. And then we might as well take... No, here's a booster. Booster's just a pain to get to certain heights. Duncan's had very poor children if you thought the human gnome was a badass in just 5 minutes of meeting him. No, well, okay, badass might be overstatement, but like fighters. Fighters as opposed to children. Because any human noble, or any noble, would be trained in combat and stuff in that era. Those suck. They want to go to specific places. Well, these guys just want to go to space, suborbital space flights. That's pretty easy. As you can hear, my voice is going, so we won't be going for long. Test the flea boots on the launch site. Yeah, but that just sounds so dull. Oh, here we go. This is doable. Get to 10,000. Get to 110. Any speed. Suborbital. With the Aerostream protective shell. That's very doable. And we're going to take the tourists. And... This one looks doable too. Take some radio mount drogue chutes into flight above Kerbin. That seems doable. Let's just do those 3 for now. Which is similar to the death rate. Mutants are mostly deadly. Were so deadly most don't such them die. That's why they chose not to subject Cirilla to them. Yes, this is true. It's easy money, but it's not that much money. Also because she was female. Yes, this is also true. Okay. Which one is it? The radial or the drogue? It's the drogue, right? Yes, the radial mount drogue chute. So we'll take like 2 of these. Help slow us down. Lest we forget those 2 tutorial guys in Dragon Age. And we have to take a crew cabin. So that's going to make our re-entry much trickier. Because we're a lot heavier now. Even XCOM kills off 2 dudes at the start of every game. He's not incorrect. We could take some rechargeable battery packs. You know what? Let's try taking a service bay. And then where are we going to put the freaking... I guess we put that below it. This is going to be a really heavy top half of this freaking thing. Alright, and we're taking a mech jet thing. So we open this up. And then what you do is you put... The nice way to design these service bays is you put your batteries in the middle. No, on the top. How do you... Oh, I need the round batteries is the thing. But you can basically put as many batteries in as you want because they clip through the bottom, but then it doesn't actually cause a problem. So like, let's put, sure, 4 batteries. There we go. Loads of power. And I guess since we're doing that, we might as well put a couple of inline reaction wheels in here. And then we can balance the mech jeb on them. Oh, I think we crashed the game replacing mech jeb. Nope, there we go, good. And we'll whack in some 2 hot thermometers. And we'll whack in some of these. As you can see, this is very space efficient. And we'll whack in some of these. And shall we go, like, for all the peanuts and take a science bay as well? It only has to be suborbital, so, like, This is a huge payload we're trying to get up there, but batteries, lots of batteries. Hilfie. I actually don't remember who dies in the Witcher tutorial. Stack decoupler. Then final stage burners. Just for some alignment in high orbit. I mean, give them a little engine. Then a coupler. And then the big boys. So we're going to go hard on these. And give them an engine. The Reliant. And then we're going to have some decouplers. Make sure the tourists survive the impact. Well, with the extra drogue chutes, I think they should. We could bump up the drogue chute count. But this might obscure the... Oh yeah, we got our part limit. Okay, hang on. This is freaking tourists. We need to upgrade our... yeah, saving continue. What about the ghouls you fight after waking up? The ghouls don't count. They're already dead. Upgrade this. Wow, it's expensive, but yeah, that's worth it. Go, I had to kill his dignity when he reveals what the unicorn is for. That is also true. This might be too much fuel. Like maybe this will be enough. We'll see. And we'll stick some boosters on it just to get it up there. And some fins. Which fin should I use? Is it just basic fin or like winglet? Which of these should I use? Use the fleas, you'll end up too high. Well, we are trying to get to 110. If we think we're going to get too high, I could always drop the intermediary engine. The other thing that's made me want to play Kerbal recently is I've been watching old Star Trek, like Star Trek. Oh yeah, that's the other thing we need. Below the decoupler, I would like... I've been watching Star Trek: A New Generation, the Picard one, which I've never seen before. It's quite fun. I'm enjoying it. So there we go. There we go. Look at that. It's a thing of beauty. Awesome. Alright. I think this is right. Let's try this. It's costing 20k. That's not very much, to be honest. Okay. Let's try this. Material study. So the thing about material study, which is under here somewhere, is you can't reset it. So we're probably going to do it once we're into space. Relevant Star Trek music. Probably copyrighted. Don't click. Yeah, no, don't worry. I'm on the case. So now we can align to our Petrograd and you know, Vladivostok markers. All right, launch. Oh hell yeah, we're going real fast. 22 science for EVA just here. Sorry, for materials just here. That's pretty good. I didn't put any struts on, so they're bowing out very slightly, but that's not too bad. I can EVA right now, but I'm pretty sure he just tumbles off. Oh yeah, and here's the orbit info that I've missed so much, which tells you your apoapsis, orbital speed, time to apoapsis, inclination. It's very, very useful. Start turning. Oh yeah, sorry. I forgot. Excuse me. There we go. Good lord. Alright. We only need to get... Excuse me. Stability assist. Excuse me. This is bad. This is what normally happens to my rockets. Once you begin tilting, make the computer follow Petrograd. Okay, thank you. That way it will turn automatically. Okay. Let's just try and line this the right way up again. We're trying to get to 110. Oh, hey, we did the radial one. Nice. Okay. We need to go a bit higher. Align Petrograd. But surely it'll only tilt to the current level of tilt. I guess then you manually encourage a bit of tilt? Christo. What? Why is the rocket upside down? I fixed it, alright? I freaking fixed it. It flipped. It wasn't my fault. All part of the plan. Jav's doing a 360 no scope. Alright, as soon as we're in space, we're going to do this material study, which is worth 32. Very nice. We will keep it. Why is it only recovering for 25 when it said 32? Maybe it's 32 if you had like a good scientist or something. And now we're going to wait till we're at 110. We're going to test the airstream protective shell by firing it off. Beautiful. Unveiling our glorious, you know, all this good stuff. Do some mystery goo. Sure. 0.5 science. Beautiful. Align retrograde. Imagine getting impaled by that air thing. Yeah, that would be pretty bad. And now I think we want to burn... Actually, I think we want to burn this way to increase our angle. Right? We have so much fuel. No, I don't think it's necessary. I think we can just align... Sorry, Jeb. I know I'm asking you to fly this thing back and forth and all over the place. Can I close the doors on this thing? Yeah, you can close the doors without resetting it. Good. Because the doors are going to cause some unnecessary drag on re-entry. Now we accelerate back to the atmosphere. And then we're going to burn on retrograde. More mystery goo. And slow ourselves down a bit. We do not have very much fuel, actually. Overestimating how much fuel we have because of how little we actually had to begin with. But I'm going to let ourselves get down to some thicker air. And then I'm going to really do a serious deceleratory burn. You thought it was a rocket the size of a nuke, but actually that's the first Kerbal-manned rocket nuclear torpedo. So there we go. Serious deceleration gets us through the... should get us through the heavy air here. What is that flashing? That is rather... I'm not happy about this. Oh, that's the... that's like the trail from the engine. Okay. When you invented nukes but haven't invented remote control, so you got to get creative. Yeah. Alright, we're practically stationary. So at this point we cut the engine. We do our good old spin eject. And then we align back to Petrograde. Sorry, retrograde. And we wait for it. And then we deploy our chute. Hang on, suborbital spaceflight on Kerbin. You guys had freaking suborbital... I didn't put them on the freaking rocket. Revert to vehicle assembly. I'm mad. I didn't put them on. I do that so freaking often. Exactly. The rocket has it right. Freaking tourists, man. It is Petrograde. We're all actually fucking with you. My lord. That's just mean. Alright, there should be a pop-up saying, like, you have an empty crew container. Are you sure? Okay. Up we go. We tilt at 50, you said, right? Yeah. I didn't put the fins on. Nobody told me what fins I should use. What fin should I use? This is an advanced prototype. The previous one involved a Brave Kerbal, a rocket, and a lasso. Can I make them do an EVA? Turn. I'm trying. Look at this freaking yaw. You see this yaw? This is me trying to turn. These are boosters. There's no gosh darn. Oh. Houston. Houston, we have a problem. Oh, turn, they say. Ground control to Major Jeb. Ground control to Major Jeb. Alright, well, material study. Yeah, we'll keep that. Very good observation. Yeah, absolutely. Keep that. Take your protein pills and put your helmet on. Yeah, you can't turn when you have the three-way boosters because they blow up. Revert, revert. No, it's fine. We can do it. Okay. Get rid of that. Get rid of that. Speed up time. We're coming down, boys. We're going to be okay. Close doors. F9, F9. I think we're going to bring it down. Just for the materials study. As soon as you start coming down, align retrograde. And cross your fingers, everybody. Look at Jebediah. He's freaking loving it. He's having a hell of a time. So are the tourists, actually. They're all having the times of their lives. Or you doubters. We're going to be fine. Just because we didn't have any of the deceleration and we're entering thick air at, like, 800 meters per second. Let's normal speed, normal speed. Get to retrograde. I think we're going to be fine. Oh, right, yeah, parachutes. Well, the parachute's going to slow us way down because we got all these extra radials. Excuse me, parachutes. There we go. There we go. The radials deploy slightly earlier. Let's make them a bit later. Like 1,000, I think, is honestly fine. We've had plenty of time to slow down. Check contracts while in flight. Nah. Nah, be alright. Should have been eat. Takes absolutely ages to get that once everything's actually deployed. But yeah, this is just a proof of concept. We're just proving we can get them home after re-entry. Or not quite re-entry, because we didn't actually leave the atmosphere, but you know what I mean. But yeah, this is the only thing I actually use MechJeb for. Just this one screen. Like, you can give all these other screens, but this is actually all I want. Just the orbit info, so I can see the apoapsis and the periapsis and the time too and all that stuff. Alright, good job, guys. Recover vessel. I hope they survive impact. They were fine. We were going at 6 meters per second. This heat shield can tolerate 12 meters per second. On land. I think. How's that ELU station? Shut up, dude. 25 science. Nice. No XP gained. These guys gained XP, but they're freaking tourists, so... What was the next thing I wanted me to get? Photovoltaic panels, I think was the thing. Let's get that. Alright, so we're going to try that again. And we're not going to turn until we got rid of our solid fuel boosters. Launch. You tourists better be in your seats. Not only do you warp to parachute, but warp impact. How much do you want to die? Yeah, but, like, it's fine. Don't panic, dude. They're fine. Okay, no turning until we're done with the boosters. That's the way it's got to be. You should be using the Delta V calculator to make it easier to make the rocket. What is a Delta V calculator? How does one use this? Now, this is a lot of numbers that I'm seeing right now. I can tell you that. Stage, Delta V. Is this the meters per second required to what? Escape Kerbin's sphere of influence? Someone explain these Delta V stats to me while I refly this mission for the third freaking time. And now we lose the boosters. Whoa. Which narrowly don't blow up. And now we're going to do like a hard turn. And we're going to overshoot. See, this is what I don't understand. Why? Oh, because I don't have any fins on it. That's why. We're not on that level yet. I like how you used we. That's very generous of you. We need to put fins on it. Delta V shows you how much your velocity will change by the time you burn all your fuel. So if your orbital velocity is 6 kilometers per second, you need at least 6,000 Delta V to get into orbit. If your orbital velocity is 6, so where's my orbital velocity? Can I see that somewhere? Or is that the same as orbital speed? Just look up Stock Manly. I have watched many of his tutorials, but I don't want to watch like exhaustive tutorials. I like figuring out on my own, and you count. Like listening to chat counts as on my own. Okay, got these guys done, and we're supposed to get them home. Now material study. Grab that. Orbital velocity is a constant. Okay, that's a constant on the ship, as in like the velocity required to get this particular ship into orbit. Minimum speed ship needs to be able to stay in orbit. Yeah, yeah. Which, wouldn't that change depending on height? Like, wouldn't the orbital velocity be different? You think it's 6 kilometers per second foot worth? Wouldn't it change based on the mass of the... I'm happy to be wrong. It's been a long time since I took physics, but wouldn't that change based on the height of the vessel and the mass of the vessel? I thought it would. Yeah, it would change based on height, but that's for next lesson. Okay. Alright, well, we're not going to worry about that for now. We can keep the whole thing for next lesson right now. We're doing 101. Hey, I orbited first try. Let it be known. Oh, I forgot my drink. I've been doing all of this Kerbal Space Program without any of my... Okay, right, fire this. You can look up Delta V charts. I'm gonna be honest. Probably not gonna do that. I must say, Kerbal Space Program. Definitely better with gin and tonic. Not sure how it's going to improve my Delta V chart game, but there you go. Right, now we just wait till we get back down here. Align the retrograde. 8 PM here. I don't feel like teaching rocket science. Don't worry, I'm going to stop in a minute. So it won't be too much longer. You have to put up with my idiocy. But hopefully it was enjoyable idiocy as we went along. Let's do some more mystery goo, because it seems like there's a tiny bit more science to be eked out of that. Stand up the victims of oppression. What are you on about? Kerbals? Not sure Kerbals count as oppressed. They're loving it. Look at them. Let's do a deceleration burn. Got all this extra fuel. Might as well burn it. Don't want to dump it into the ocean. It's bad for the environment, don't you know? Boom. Some equations, and this is all you need. It's a Cindy. Yeah, but I don't want to run equations. I want to like try and fail. And maybe that's not like the optimal way to play. I'm sure it's not. But it's quite good fun. And trying and failing with like, you know, intelligent people in chat helping me out really makes me feel like it's not that bad, because, you know, if I'm missing something obvious, you'll tell me. And if it's not obvious, then, you know, we'll figure it out. Okay, so we decelerated actually to 0. So begin our dumping spin. Oh, I didn't turn it off. Oh, we just launched Kervin's first unmanned missile. There it goes. Oh God, what have I done? If you don't like equations, maybe you'll like this nice diagram. That might be quite good. Let me open that up. I'll check that out in a second. Oh God, that is quite the diagram. Where is that? Ooh, what just happened? I think I zoomed underground. Okay, right, yeah. Deploy the parachutes. Don't forget to deploy the parachutes. Wait, what happened? We went to space, and we were on the way back, and we survived, and we took the material study, and we tested the Aerostream protective shell, and we got the tourists to their destination, and now we're bringing them back, and it's all good. I'm going to accelerate into the landing, just to annoy Kaiser. Oh God. And we also launched a missile by accident at Kerbin, which I think just landed near us. Because I forgot to turn off the engines before I detached them. Oh, you thought everything went wrong? No, it's not that bad. We're making a profit, getting some science. It's all good, man. And these Podney and Burbri had a wonderful time. And also they sent me this huge Delta V map. Low orbits are 10 kilometers above atmosphere or terrain obstacles. All values are measured as vacuum Delta V in meters per second, meaning the speed you have to go when you're in a vacuum to orbit. Total values do not include maximum plane charge Delta V. That's fine. Don't care about planes. Atmospheric ascent values are typical. More or less efficient ascents are likely, depending on the ascent profile. Okay, makes sense. Flight time is based on 10 years of average flight possibilities simulated on a window plan from day 1. Whatever. Okay. So on Kerbal, at I'm not sure I'm understanding this chart. Delta V to getting to the sun is 91 kilometers per second. That's what it's oh, okay. So like, this is the speed. I don't understand this chart. I'm gonna look at this chart when I'm not streaming. For now, let's recover this vessel. Thank you for your help, by the way, Gandalf. I really do appreciate it. It's very nice of you to offer me all this assistance. Especially since I'm sure I'm not the best student. I'm not sure any streamer is going to be the best student, honestly. So a nice little chunk of science. Recovered some of our stuff. No XP gain for them. And we completed all our contracts. Fantastic. And with that beautiful empty contract sheet. Come on, it's not rocket science. Honestly, Kerbal, it's not that complicated. It's when, like, actually doing the stuff is not that complicated. It's when people start... It's when you start looking at the maths. That explains why a certain thing is required to do the stuff. That's when it really becomes feeling like rocket science. But, yeah. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, everybody. This is part 1. Kerbal Space Program. My voice held out with the help of half a packet of lozenges. So... I'm going to hopefully do some recording tomorrow, and I'll be streaming again probably tomorrow, although if I do stream tomorrow, there will be an interruption. I have a phone call, but after that, yeah, should be excellent. So thank you very much for watching, everybody, and I hope you have a fine evening. See you next time. Bye-bye.